Whew. Alright, hello everyone. We're back here with Disco Elysium. We finished our little talk on the phone, so we gotta go back into Whirling in Rags and, we gotta help one guy date someone, because I, ruined his life in that respect. I thought there was something else we had to do with this guy too, but maybe not.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
I
Thank you
guess
for
that's
clearing that up. Why do you keep the container
a
locked?
bad way to phrase it. Because people are breaking in, I'm
Why?
guessing.
To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbours too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
Yeah.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
Yeah, I might as
Prod at
well
him and find out.
feed into that.
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that
Yeah, I don't mind being rude to this guy. Also, who's Kras Mazov?
Krasmazov,
Oh,
Degir,
of course.
was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific
The 9-day
communism,
government.
Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
I read it all in my head first, so I wasn't paying super much attention to the narration, but did that not say the 9-day government where the text reads the 11-day government?
He killed himself.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
This is a good, yeah,
Was
let's
there
not go
something you
to...
wanted? What for? Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
That's a good
Concerns the
beat.
case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Okay. Let's not talk about the money yet. What is
What
this?
thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
Okay, what's up with that?
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Wouldn't know what
He
that's
hates the
like.
union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
I'm not gonna give in to
We
authority
should find
here.
out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
That's good. You're smart, Kim.
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Might as well
What
keep
are you,
bugging
cook
him.
now? That's none of your business.
Let's
You're not.
be like that.
You're a menace. Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the real cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
I like giving him a hard time like that.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Okay. That's a good prompt. But let's talk to him about Sylvie.
Wait, what? But what about the bird? Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she left.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
broke the skewer!
Yeah, I
assure
sure
you
did.
It was him.
It's as if he can't decide whether to be angry or relieved that it was you. Again.
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer?
I guess that's the best
I can't
response,
believe
I
it.
think.
I was so sure it was Sylvie. Even worse, I thought she was trying to send me a message. Symbol of hope and all.
Yeah, I'm sending you a message called Fear Me.
A tender type of hope. Something stirs in you. Perhaps this is why you broke it.
All right.
Maybe. I don't
Did she
know what
say
kind of
anything
person I was
else
before.
about me, you know? Did she say anything about me?
Let's just be honest and
Really?
direct with him.
I should I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess.
Okay, we're
Was there
getting
anything else
experience.
you wanted, or...?
Let's not bring it. Oh, maybe let's bring up karaoke.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Thank you, Inland Empire. Well, that's a conversation we had. Inland Empire, like, it's already at 5. Like, oh, that's I'm guessing that's because of my clothes. Like, suggestion is -1. Suggestion and savoir faire. If I look here, savoir faire is down 1. Suggestion is down 1. It says I got 7 out of 10. I do have 1 skill point. I think. Oh yeah. A bonus from items, bonus from thoughts. I don't know what to put it in just yet though. If I do have one, that is. Alright, now let's inspect the victim's body, I suppose. Because there's going to be a thing here happening at 1, right? I thought he said. And we gotta look for items, I think. Are those kids still here? Of course. What is that? It's a good question too.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Oh, I thought I was picking 3, but I didn't.
What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in
Okay,
the mud.
fair enough.
No pattern emerges for the time being.
Let's talk to Kim.
Noted.
I don't have any way of healing my psyche at the moment.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
I still don't. I think we're gonna pay for that check if we do it again. Isn't that how we lost a volition before? We need a way to get that up still. So looking through my tasks. Here we go. Yeah. Can do probably mirror. I don't remember. Mirror is probably, I think, in my room. I think we gotta do measurehead the conception. Like, I don't know what else we have to do here. What is this? So we should be checking out as much as we can, right?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of
Oh, this
bottles
is
and juice
free.
bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
Fritta.
The
Too many
packages are
T's.
small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pass that, I don't feel at the moment. Gotta talk to the mysterious
Welcome to
person
Frit.
here.
Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
I mean,
I don't know.
go through the branch.
Frit? I think they think that the extra tea makes it funkier. it doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
Good to know.
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Hence the name.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
That's... I don't think that's you, buddy, number 3. Number 2 is a little too on the nose. I don't... Number 1, 4 is kind of a jerk move. I think I'll go for it just because.
Me neither. Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
I am an officer. Just immediately leave.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
I mean, I guess we just go through the
Not
dialogue
really.
tree.
No. I didn't know him at all.
I think that was just like how she
I
speaks.
don't know really long. I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay, Kim's here to
Okay.
handle the
Uh-huh.
important parts of the conversation. Okay, well, there's nothing to do here but steal a raincoat, which I don't even know why we would want at the moment. A good little exchange of thoughts there. How do I get through here? What is that? I guess that's kind of what we need to do here, right? Just like look at things and around.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
Oh, this is probably measureheads
The
then.
back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep,
Oh, that's
large
nice.
ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town.
Oh,
This is our guy. Likely,
Okay.
yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
okay, yeah. What can we interact with here? Alright, let's try the measurehead here. Let's see what happens when we go with option 2.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
I hope this doesn't mean we get racist, but like, looking at the chances and the fact that we're probably gonna get hit and maybe die on this one, I think we gotta go with number 3.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh.
Yeah, sorry Kim, but this is like how we
You
gotta
are
do.
obviously a liberal, Sailorite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself.
What does that
There
mean?
are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on?
This is... I know there are people like this in real life, and this is, like, crazy.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maon, of course. The Maon are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maon on reprehensible street parades in Maon cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
That's supposed to be like Dutch?
You
I
know
don't
them
know
by the
anything.
names of their nation states: the Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maon.
Mahun is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Uhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
Okay, this is
In some
very
municipalities
interesting
of
to see.
Oromia, people
Bizarre
do wear
to
shoes
sit
made
through.
of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
The Maon
Okay.
are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
Yes, you can't be the, whatever you want to call it without being able to drink milk. And tassel-centric culture is certainly a
Vespertines
phrase.
and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have type A race propensities.
Tipa.
The other large Mondial civilization,
Okay,
the
well,
best,
I mean,
are too yellow.
I try not to normally talk over, like, the dialogue it's presenting, but, like,
True,
who really
violent
cares
in
about this? Like,
expansions,
even
but they
given
have
that
a
all the
blend
races are
of
fictional, I can't bring myself to
Overproduction
even
of
care
sebum.
about this
Sebum
kind
is
of thing.
leaking into their brains, making
Like,
them
I-
listen to El
I-
Mariachi music and eat
I hate to
toxic
spoil
minced
the voice
meat,
acting. Whoever's voicing
which in
Measurehead's
turn
doing a good job,
only
but, like,
produces more
there's
sebum.
only so much of this I can take.
As proven by the Maon and the Mesk, Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
Okay, I don't even know.
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic.
You're not exactly
The
sleek there,
former
buddy.
is an
I don't know what you're
immutable
supposed to be,
progenitor,
but...
unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they
Nature was
Okay.
not capable of more.
What does that mean, Inland Empire? What are you saying? I guess we
They
gotta, like,
are
exhaust all of
underworld
this?
races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Koikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people. To an untrained
don't
eye,
like
the
that.
Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct, muddy
Yeah,
color.
sage wisdom is not
So
the term
is
I
their
would use
skin.
here.
Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen.
Probably means me here,
Pinkness
right?
is a racial quality that has to be
Racial.
earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination.
Yeah,
that
so
the
he's
glad
saying this
people
is what I
have
am.
undergone for drinking alcohol and smoking the degenerate tobacco and for eating potato.
That's what happens when you eat potatoes.
The Koiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with Podart. The only
this is
thing
supposed to be,
they
like,
more is
Irish
divided into
people, I guess,
microscopic
going on, like,
nanostates.
racial
Political,
stereotypes, which I mean is kind of the whole point of this segment.
Wouldn't
I
he be
guess.
one for ethnostates?
He probably means they're like too small.
They are
Not that it,
microscopic.
not
The
that I care.
Seminoreopagite superstate will cover the entire.
Okay.
Its leaders will be the
I'm
genetic
gonna-
epitome of the Semenese and Areopagite stock. The Vacholians, halfway between type A and the racial cauldron. Two makes to know right from.
Is it
I'm just going
82,000
until I
years
read,
that we've
and then
been
we're just
recording
skipping
history?
past, because
You have
these
very
gonna.
little idea
This
of what
guy
is
talks
happening,
way too much.
but that seems a little off.
Okay.
The mysteries of the people of this planet are a tragedy that has played out countless times over, like a fever dream of skin, hair, and bone. Wake up.
I still don't fully know what the revolution is, so.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zaraz, eating potato
Okay, that's not. It
crops.
doesn't tell me
It is
anything there,
lit.
buddy.
The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary condition passed from the Khoico to the Occidentals.
Yeah, this guy really
But
hates
not
potatoes for some reason.
enough of Tibet mediocrity.
Sure,
Tips
love
set
saying that.
A museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptation.
Yeah, let's not talk about
It
that.
would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on? You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? We will see.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way, without becoming a race theoretician.
Am I
Hopefully.
mildly worried he might take it seriously, the lieutenant thinks? Yes, I am, he concludes. I am worried.
I understand that, Kim. I don't want to do it, but like, what else are we going to do here is the thing. I think I gotta play the role at this point just for him.
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come.
Okay.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vacholian. Your
Yeah,
love
let's-
for disco music and venereal disease.
I do love those things. Let's get out of here, Kim. First, I gotta check what happened here. I don't like that idea. I want to talk to Kim here about what
Yes.
he thinks.
What do you want to know?
Like, let's just
Maybe
go
you
through
can
the
tell me
dialogue
what you
tree
do
a
know
bit.
to help me narrow it down a bit. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort.
Okay.
The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor
That
sex.
that would require some like forethought planning, right?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police.
I
in
like
this
how
city.
calm he is with the fact
The
that I don't know
RCM,
that.
or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight.
So we're kind
Yet
of like
its
fake
authority
cops.
is rarely
is
questioned. It's
what
super
you're telling
useful
me.
to know this.
That's right.
I finished a secret task. Yeah, that's a good
I'm
question.
afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. Better still than an imbecile cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Okay, fair
Was
enough.
there anything else you wanted to know about the case? No. It's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Okay. I think that's a good.
Then you're in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself.
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a workers' coup?
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the Union rarely overplays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case. Strike, coup, revolution, it's brigandage, however you parse it.
Brigandage.
You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
Politics
good.
is habit forming and hazardous. It is also irrelevant to police work. You're right to doubt the impulse. It might be detrimental to our task here.
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Good.
Okay.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you
Just
tried
keep
concentrating on
pressing.
something other than your personal affairs?
Okay.
There is a
thanks.
sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
I mean, that sounds a bit like weak, but
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
okay.
Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer. Then you should consider
Straight up.
seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you
What
wanted?
is a Lazarus?
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Okay, not 3.
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
I
That's
guess.
correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Don't do that. That sounds kind of like a backhand
I
insult.
guess you don't need glasses.
Okay, well that was stupid.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about.
He does not
The
like me at all.
lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
Okay,
The lieutenant is
sure.
a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
I like how the voices in my head are arguing with each other. Yeah, I play it out.
So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place.
Maybe I should have put more points
We
in
all
empathy.
have our different mediums. His is written.
I don't like the idea of 2. Maybe go 3 just to like
No.
get more dialogue. That's a good response.
The lieutenant nods.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Okay. Let's just ask about that.
Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. I hope you don't take this the
Drunker.
wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically. They
Yeah.
say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
He's being very polite
Yes.
here.
But containers
And my
contain
phone's going off.
things. Shiny things. They're interesting.
I don't
That's
know.
something.
Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Fair enough. Alright, well, that was talking with, that's what talking with Kim was like. I don't know what point to put my thing in. Okay. Well, that's something to do later. I don't want to be up here when I save, but I think that'll be today's video. I do like this game, but trying to like pace it out for these videos is really weird. It tends to be like the conversations are always like, you know, big and quite long and big. But we will call it here. I don't know if I'm gonna like find a better way to pace these out or not in the future, but I guess you will find out eventually, right? Yeah.